Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Thursday. Today's Thursday, March the 12th. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thursday so far or doing well. All right, guys, I'm going to be doing a past life, inner child, work your light type of reading, okay? Just to see what you guys might need to know. This could be connected to some of you guys when it comes to your past life, understanding more about your past life, why you're here, what you're here to do, etc., right? Now, for some of you, if this is not about past life, this could also be connected towards your inner child when it comes to your past life and things that maybe you guys may remember, okay, doing as a child or just doing in general. So let's see what messages show up and what you might need to know. All right, guys. So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time, please? What messages do you have for the collective at this time, please? What do they need to know at this time? What clarity and understanding can you give the collective at this time, please, and thank you. What past life messages do you have for the collective at this time, Spirit? What do they need to know? Oh, okay. Okay. So, when it comes to past life energy, okay, there's something about abundance and entitlement, okay, with the number 2. There could be something about your wealth where people may feel like they are entitled. Now, this can go a lot of ways, okay? With the number 2, this may feel like somebody may feel entitled to your wealth. Okay, for some of you guys, when it comes to abundance and entitlement, there is something about your wealth that is very significant. Now, some of you may feel entitled to your wealth, and that is significant, right? For some of you guys may have people around you who may think that your wealth is their wealth. Now, for some of you, this could be parents. Take what resonates with that. It may not be, it might be. But for some of you guys in your past life, if wealth was significant, maybe you guys were wealthy, maybe you guys were rich in your past life. But there is this energy maybe now where if in your past life you felt rich, like you ever felt like you were a king or a queen in your past life, or you felt like luxury was like your middle name, that's why. Okay, that's why you guys could feel like this. It's because of the fact that you guys maybe grew up in wealth, or you guys are wealthy people, or you're royalty, and that could be showing up in the energy at this time. So take what resonates with that when it comes to the number 2. For some of you guys, having hope and optimism is very significant as well. So even when it comes to your wealth, there's something about sailing boats, okay, moving forward when it comes to your guys' like being relaxed or moving towards calmer waters. When it comes to your wealth, there's something about maybe in your past life, you had to walk away. Okay, you had to walk away. You had to be optimistic. You had to have a lot of hope when it came to your wealth, when it came to your dreams, your goals, whatever that is. Okay, the number 12 is very significant. There's something about today that could be very significant when it comes to, you learning through duality, right? And also success. So this could be personal or this could be professional, but there's something about your success. There's something about you finding success every time you explore. Okay, Sagittarius energy too. You don't have to have Sagittarius placements, but Sagittarius talks about, adventure, being open, learning, taking action, things like that. So when it comes to you guys, success, there's something about you guys moving forward. Now, this could be moving forward into newer things, newer opportunities, or this could be about, you building your own success when it comes to family. Okay, with the number 4 and 2, this could equal family with the number 6. But not only that, 6th house talks about health and wellness. So even with that number, with wealth showing up and hope, there's something about your health and wellness when it comes to wealth that is very significant. Maybe wealth to you isn't about just money. Wealth to you is about being healthy or, being mentally stable, whatever the case is, right? So take what resonates with that. That could be confirmation. Yeah, it's something to do with your wealth. If you feel like when it comes to letting go of the past, It is time to envision a new story. So when it comes to your past, when it comes to dealing with inner child energy, there's something about your inner child that's releasing the past. Like I said, this could be about family or friends or people that are closest to you. There's something about you releasing and letting this go so that you can move forward, right? Excuse me, guys, move forward into your own success, or move forward into your, basically your abundance, right? But take what resonates with that. We have 21. Okay, with the number 3, there's something about, you know, you envisioning a new story. So this could be about your creativity. If you guys are releasing and letting go of the past, you guys are stepping into new creativity, new creative adventures, new creative outlets, okay, passionate outlets. But there's something about you guys releasing. It almost feels like you were somebody that, when it comes to family and friends, you would like literally give the clothes off your back. Okay, and I'm not talking about new people that you just met. I mean like people who really know you, know that you will give the clothes off your back. And there's something about you taking that energy back, claiming your power, and focusing on your own success. It's almost like confirmation that it is okay to let go of the past. Meaning if the past no longer serves you, it's okay to release that. Okay. Also, when I'm getting the energy too, where you may be releasing the past, but other people are still trying to catch up or understand why you're releasing them when it comes to the past. Okay. We also have run wild. So there's something about letting your inner child run forth. Okay. With the number 29. So take what resonates with that. We also have review your responsibilities, right? It says not all responsibilities are ours to hold, okay? So like I said, when it comes to other people's responsibilities, when it comes to other people's burdens, when it comes to other people's problems, things like that, that is not your responsibility, okay? Yeah, you're here to help. Yeah, you don't mind helping, but when it starts to feel like people feel like you are responsible for them, it's almost like me having kids and me having my kids, I'm expecting my kids to work a full-time job so they can take care of me. When it's my responsibility to still take care of myself, whether or not my kid makes money or not. And the problem with a lot of people that don't want to realize that this is wrong, it's almost like taking the breadwinner of the family and using them because you don't want to take responsibility. You know what I mean? Like, if it comes down to it, when it comes to your wealth, it's like people feel like your wealth is their responsibility or they're entitled to your wealth. So even with this, like, if you guys have your own business and people are supporting you and things like that, yeah, you may do things for your supporters, but for someone to say that, you know, I helped you create your thing or I helped you. No, if you were the only one that was doing it and working on it and building it and people were attracted to it, that's different. But to have somebody say that, you know, I'm your parent, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to pay for this, it doesn't work like that. Yes, teach your children to have responsibility, teach your kids to have accountability, but it is not anyone's job to take care of their parents, okay? If your parents get old, yes, that's different. Your parents get old, you know, you take care of your parents that way, but it's almost like this energy of you need to or you have to, when in actuality, most young adults or most young people may have both their parents and still feel alone. Okay, some people may have one parent and still feel alone because what that parent thinks is more important to them is not important to the child. Like, yes, making sure that you have a roof over your head, that is important. But also when it comes to responsibilities, you know, people forcing certain things onto you that you're not responsible for. That is not your responsibility. So yeah, some of you guys could be reviewing your responsibilities, okay? At the bottom it says practice freedom. So it says release the weight of judgment, okay? And then also accept what is. The act of acceptance will bring peace. So some of you guys could have accepted whatever this energy is, especially with the number 2. 2s are very significant, okay? Some of you guys could be even pulling yourself close because, again, like I said, you deserve love. So even when it comes to your energy, if other people don't want to give you the same love that you're able to give other people, you're learning to put that love into yourself, right? You're learning to put that into your own energy, right? And the thing is, you're allowed to. So take what resonates with that. That could be confirmation. There's a lot of energy of a lot of people may feel like your success is their winnings as well. And that's not the case. Unless you guys are business partners, that's different. But if you're not a business partner for any of these people, you don't owe them anything. People do things because they want to. So if you have a platform, right, and say you make enough money or you make enough so that you can do things for your group or your team or whoever follows you, that is different. That is because you can afford to do that. People will do things that they can afford to do. But it's almost like if you can't afford to do something, it almost feels like, okay, well, I don't have any use for the collective anymore. So take what resonates with that. Yeah, double mission. There's something about channeling and uplifting humanity. This could be you. Okay, so when it comes to like your wealth and focusing on your success, when it comes to that, you guys could be focusing on things that are more important than sitting at home and either gossiping or watching what other people do or worrying about other people's lives, because you did your, basically the way that you lived your life is different from how someone is seeing how you live your life. So how they live their life is different. How they live their life was meant to live their life at that time frame. How you live your life is meant to be lived based on this time frame. So there's something about understanding and grace also that's significant too. But again, you guys could be, focused on lifting up, humanity. Yeah. Answer the call. It says, what is your soul calling you to do? So for some of you guys, when it comes to your path, right, there's something about you being a healer, an empath, a shaman, something to do with shamanism, Reiki, healing. But whatever this energy is, it's almost like you guys were built or meant to rise humanity, right? When it comes to this, the age of light. It says you've been training for this your whole lifetime. So some of you guys are aware, some of you guys know this, right? Boundaries are very significant. So again, when it comes to your boundaries, you may have your boundaries up. You guys may be, focused on boundaries. You guys could be, working towards boundaries when it comes to people, places, and things. And that could be very significant where people could be trying to force their way into your energy. And it's almost like you're at that breaking point where now you're going to start telling people like, look, leave me alone and don't bother me, right? And that could be offensive to people who don't have boundaries for themselves, okay? So when you're used to not having boundaries for yourself, a lot of times people will be offended by your boundaries because you know what you'll tolerate and what you won't tolerate. So even when it comes to like people pleasing, you're not going to people please people. And a lot of times people do people pleasing because of what they can benefit from that situation. And that's also significant too. So it's not your job to want to people please people. You can help people, but it's not your job to people please people or, take on other people's responsibilities or duties. Just like how with our generation, like the internet is accessible, right? But if we don't know something, we're very quick to go online and do the research. For example, for some of us who have cars, say something comes up on your dashboard and you don't know. Well, common sense says go on social media or go online, Google, what does this mean? And it comes up. Some of you guys could be dealing with people where literally all the issues that they have in life, all they have to do is just Google it, okay, and figure it out on their own. And if they can't figure it out on their own, then they go and they ask somebody. But some people could be just, they may say that they did it and they didn't do it. Or, they may say one thing and they do the opposite. So some of you guys, when it comes to your light, you're focusing on your light. You're focusing on your mission. You're focusing on humanity and what's important. You're not focusing on why Tabitha doesn't like you today, or why Johnny is upset because, you didn't give him a hug this morning, or why this, you know what I mean? Like stupid things, right? You guys are focusing on things that actually matter. So yeah, free energy. This is about being a powerhouse. Pyramids are also significant. With the number 38, you guys could be a powerhouse, or there's something about your energy when it comes to power. Okay, planetary cleansing when it comes to you. This is about you keeping your space clear and also pure. So some of you guys, when it comes to junk, when it comes to things you don't need, unnecessary things, that is very significant. Now, you guys could be throwing out old things, releasing old things, getting rid of things, right? This is like spring cleaning. For some of you guys, when it comes to the planet, there's certain things that you guys are not doing anymore because you realize that it may hurt the planet. So you know how they talk about using AI? It's not good to use AI because AI uses up a lot of water. Well, in Canada, there was something that showed up in the news where, I could be wrong, but I think it's Alberta, where I think they're holding water, or they're basically keeping water in captivity or something of that nature because water is being drained or water is being dried up or used up because of AI. And it's almost like people don't want to believe this because, I guess, because it's not happening to them. But then the moment things start happening to you or to, certain people, that's when people realize, oh my God, but it's too late. So even when it comes to the planet, garbage, okay, trash, things like that, being connected to nature is also significant. Just like how you clean your room, and not everybody may understand this because not everybody cleans their room, right? But for those who are like neat freaks, for those who clean their room, you may notice that your energy is always cleansed because you're always cleansing the energy, you're always freeing the space. Just like you clean your room, it's the same thing with the planet. Okay, the things that we do to the planet could be very harmful, and that could be very significant too. So yeah, take what resonates with that. We have jump shift your life. So there's something about a cycle. Okay, tuning into crystals could be very significant. Maybe you guys work with crystals, or some of you guys are, learning to work with crystals or starting to work with crystals. But when it comes to this energy with the number 34, like I said, there's a lot of threes, right? So there's a lot of threes. So 333, 485. Okay, that could be significant too. But again, when it comes to you jump shifting your life, you guys could either work with crystals or you guys could have started doing that, but you guys could be seeing changes as well. Okay, at the bottom we have psychic gifts, okay? Learning to trust your intuition is very significant as well. So I'm going to end that there. Please take what resonates with you guys. And again, thank you guys for, the love, the support, you guys sharing, reposting, whatever the case is. But thank you guys for, the love and all that good stuff. Follow me on YouTube and TikTok, and my website is www.mysteriouslyunique.ca. You guys can follow me there. And yeah, you guys can book a reading as well. All right, guys. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. All right. Bye, guys.